Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Honolulu Desperados. We return, and we have officially made it to a decade. A decade of Desperado football that includes a lot of highs and a lot of lows, but some of those highs are the highest of highs, as we have 4 Super Bowl championships to our name. The franchise that moved from Arizona all the way to Honolulu, Hawaii, has 4 Super Bowl titles in 10 seasons. That's some good splits. That's a dynasty, I'd like to say. But last offseason, the last episode you guys saw, we had to say goodbye to a legend. It was a sad day. I died a little on the inside as we said goodbye to the greatest desperado that has ever laced up a pair of cleats. Micah Parsons is no longer a Honolulu Desperado player. It was all my fault too, because at the week 11 to week 18 episode of season 9, I traded away a player because we had cap space to do so. I traded away a player, but in turn, when I came back to re-sign Micah Parsons, I had lost all of that available cap space that I was going to use to sign Micah Parsons, and so we had a bunch, and I think it was like $200 million in negative cap room. So it was out of the question that I could free up enough money to re-sign Micah Parsons, and so we had to face the ugly truth that Micah Parsons was not going to be in a Desperado uniform for the rest of his career. It was my fault. I am upset that I made that decision. I should have did the opposite way, where I signed Micah Parsons first and then I traded away the people that I traded away. But I obviously didn't do that way. So we had to let go of him in the offseason episode. Luckily, we were able to win a championship in this postseason run to get him one final ring before he goes out the door and probably retires in a couple of seasons, because he's in his mid-30s at this point in the series. So it was a sad time to see him go. The worst part was watching him sign with a new team. And not because he signed with a new team. I would have been fine with him signing with an AFC opponent, because the only way we would have seen them is probably in the Super Bowl, unless we got matched, I guess, in the schedule. But most likely, we probably would have played the game that he would have been in the Super Bowl. But he didn't sign with an AFC opponent. He signed with an NFC opponent. And not any normal NFC opponent. He signed with a rival. He signed with a division foe. Not the 49ers, thank God he didn't sign with the 49ers, because that would have just, I would have been angry if he signed with the 49ers. He signed with the LA Rams. Yeah. So Micah Parsons is now an LA Ram. He signed a 2-year deal. I think it was like $33 million, 2-year deal. I don't like it because it's a division rival, but it does make for an interesting storyline, I guess, because he was like almost all, his interest bar was almost all the way full to come back and wanting to re-sign with us. And the fact that we didn't do it, maybe that scorned him, or it put him off to the Desperados. It irked him the wrong way. And he said, you know what? Who's the first division rival that offers me a contract? I'll sign with them. And it must have been the Rams. He signs with the Rams, and now he's going to get his revenge. Luckily for us, we get to play the Rams twice a year. And we get to play the Rams in this episode. They're week number 3 on the schedule. So we will jump into that game and play against Micah Parsons. It does feel a little weird to say that, because he is the greatest Desperado of all time, at least on the defense. Bijan would probably be the best offensive Desperado of all time. but we're not strangers to playing against our former great players. We've played against Anthony Richardson in 2 different Super Bowls at this point, so we've done that. We've been there, done that with our former great quarterback. But now it's time to do it against our former best defensive player of all time. It's going to be crazy to play against him, but I made the mistake. Now I have to live with it. Other than that, we are 10 seasons deep now into the Desperado franchise. This franchise will probably continue to go until the new Madden game comes out in August. So that's probably going to be another 4 or 5 seasons we can get through before August. I would think so. Maybe not as many because the college football game comes out in July, and I'm going to be doing a lot of content on that game. So the Madden content's probably going to fall off a little bit, not all the way, but fall off as it's going to become it's going to become less consistent than it has been now, obviously, because I'm going to be pumping out a ton of college football content. So I would think that the top would be 4 to 5 more seasons of Desperado football, but it could end up being like 2 or 3 more seasons. You never really know, depending on the schedule I have with putting out content with college football and then doing the other stuff on Madden until the new game comes out. So my goal is to get 5 more seasons out of Desperado football, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But we can't think about that right now. We got to think about what's in front of us, and that is Season 10, Weeks 1 through number 10. We got to defend our championship. I think we can do it. We've got a pretty good team, so let's get started with it. If you want to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's start Season number 10 of Honolulu Desperado football. All right, we have loaded up the 2032 regular season. Week 1 against the 49ers, as you can see at the top of your screen. The LA Rams are week number 3, so we will play that game and play against Micah Parsons. This is what the team looks like coming into the Season 10 regular season. We've got the same guys you would expect. We have our new hopeful stud tight end, Terrence Harrison, who we drafted this past offseason episode. He's the future. He's the future at tight end. We didn't really have a plan at tight end. I guess we had Elston, who was probably going to be my plan, but then we found Harrison, who has a probably much better development trait than obviously normal, but I'm thinking he's probably got superstar or X factor even. And then he's already a 75, which is the same as Elston. Freiermuth doesn't have much more left in the tank. He's already 33. He's an 83 overall, so he's probably going to either retire after the season or just go so low that Harrison just has to start. So we have our backup plan at tight end. Devontae Smith's contract, I'm pretty sure, is up after this season. He is also 33 years old. He's been here since the very beginning. He's been a great Desperado for us, but I think his time has come on the team. He's great. He'll have his number probably hanging in the rafters in the Ring of Honor of Desperado players, along with Bijan Robinson. So Devontae Smith, we'll probably not re-sign him. He'll just go to a new team or just retire. Who knows what's going to happen. He'll probably just go to free agency and have a new team. But we have done good jobs in past drafts to get his replacements. Lynn Lashley, who is one of my favorite players we've drafted, he is a great player. He's a veteran at this point. He knows the thing. He's been around for, I think, 2 championships at this point. So he's great. We have the second-year man, Clayton Mahan, who is just a stud. We saw him have his breakout playoff performance in the playoff episode. He was grabbing just 50-50 balls like crazy and coming down with them. And then we have this man, Peter Britton, who is a year younger than Lynn Lashley, hasn't really gotten the shine that he probably deserves, but when Devontae Smith leaves, then Lynn Lashley will go to number 1, Mahan will go to number 2, and Britton will be the number 3, so he'll get a little bit more playtime. And then we have a couple backups like McClellan and Dixon, who could end up becoming something, you never really know. Our offensive line looks pretty good. We've got a lot of depth on the offensive line as well, with a couple backups that are pretty good. I have a good feeling that these backups are going to be solid players for us. And then on the defense is the exact same except for the one glaring position, and that is the right end spot. It is no longer Micah Parsons' job. It is now Sean Washington's job. Oh, he's a good player. He just hasn't really gotten that opportunity because he's been sitting behind Micah Parsons for 6 seasons or whatever. However, I don't even know. Did we draft this guy? I think we might have traded for him. Whatever. He's been sitting behind Parsons for a while now, so he's going to finally get the opportunity. I did consider possibly moving Booth down to right end because he's an 82. Actually, he's only an 80. but he's a 79 at left end. So he's a higher overall regardless at defensive end. And then we would move Wilbon to outside linebacker and move Duvall, the rookie, up to middle linebacker number 2. I'm not going to do that, but I did consider it. I like our corners. Obviously, Eli Downing's a stud. Herrera, moving him down was a great idea because that gives Rice the opportunity to develop, and Herrera's just a stud down on the defensive line. I like DeJuan Allen. I like Jones. I like Ramsey. I mean, I like this defense a lot. I think that we've got a lot of good players on this defense, and I think we could go and win another championship. It just depends on, is Micah Parsons really that much of a difference maker? I guess we'll find out. So I did load in a auto-generated draft class. That's already been done. So let's start simulating here. Week number 1 against the San Francisco 49ers. Let's start the season with a W. I'd like to see that. We'll see what happens. And we start with a loss. That's the opposite of what I wanted to have happen. And once again, our perfect season is done, even though we never really even started with our perfect season. But now it's the 0-1 Miami Dolphins, and it looks like they actually re-signed Tua Tagovailoa. Usually in these simulations, Tua always leaves in free agency. They never really re-sign him, but he was still playing here 10 years in, so they did re-sign him. And we lost again. Wow, okay. I guess we're not going to be as good as I thought we were. Is Micah Parsons really that much of a difference maker that we are 0-2? That's kind of crazy. The Rams are also 0-2, so maybe he's not that much of a difference maker. They have 99 overall Devon Spellman. I remember not recruiting that guy. I'm not playing college football just yet. I remember scouting that guy for the draft a few years ago. How old is he? He can't be that old. I remember him very well. Devon Spellman, where is he at on the Rams? So he is 29 years old. He's been in the league for a while. I remember scouting. He must have been in one of the first draft classes because I remember that dude. I obviously didn't get him, but I do remember him a lot. Devon Spellman is their best defensive player, not even Micah Parsons. All right, this is going to be the game that we jump into. I guess we can take a look at the schedule and see when the next time is that we play the Rams, because that's going to be the other game that we jump into. We play them twice in this episode. You know what? Those will be the 2 games that we jump into and play for this episode. Okay. Very good to know. Very, very good to know. And then we'll end with the Niners. So we start the season with the Niners, and then we end the episode with the Niners in Week 10. But then we got to play the Chiefs. Ugh, okay, so we got a lot of tough teams to play. Although I don't know how the Chiefs have been because not Mac Jones. I saw him on the second in the passing leaders. Patrick Mahomes is no longer in Kansas City. I think he's in Detroit, actually. I can't remember exactly where Mahomes is at now, but I'm pretty sure he's in Detroit. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not focused on Patrick Mahomes. We're focused on beating the LA Rams and beating our former player, Micah Parsons. Let's get into the episode. Let's jump in and see if we can defeat the LA Rams. Yeah. Okay, while I was loading into the game, I did see that the Rams have a lot of different players here 10 years in. They've got themselves Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback here in LA. I do see Micah Parsons. He's right above Pat Freiermuth, above my camera. So we're going to run away from Micah Parsons because we know, trust me, we know firsthand how good he is. And I do want to see Micah Parsons in this new uniform. And yes, the Rams are wearing their 2010s old school Rams uniforms. These are the ones that I grew up with. So I like them. All right, Micah Parsons in his new look Rams uniform. This just feels gross. He's not even wearing a right number. He's not even wearing number 11. He's wearing number 98 for the LA Rams. Gross. This is... Oh, and he's talking to his teammate, Pat Freiermuth. Oh, wow, a little shove in action. Freiermuth didn't like that. Micah Parsons, you dirty dog, you. This is disgusting. I don't like seeing this at all. I don't like seeing him be in a Rams uniform. This feels wrong, doesn't it? This feels absolutely just wrong to see him in a Rams uni. Ew. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Gross. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, we saw him in the Rams uniform. We're going to try to cook his defense. They've got Devon Spellman. They've got him. So we're going to have to play nice. And Lynn Lashley, the future #1 wide receiver for the Honolulu Desperados, catches a nice ball there. We'll hand this ball off to Bijan. Oh, no, there was such opening right there. There was such a big opening right there. I wanted to take it, but I got bounced to the inside because the gap wasn't, I guess, big enough. I don't know what it was. It wouldn't let me go through there. I was trying, trust me. I was trying. 2nd and 7. I'm going to dump this to Devontae Smith, the veteran. Maybe I should have waited for Bijan. He might have been open on that running back wheel. I wasn't sure. I didn't even think about that. We're going to check that down. It's going to be Mahan, the second-year wide receiver. 6 foot, what is he, 6'4", I think he is? Stud. Absolute stud. He's a stallion. I'm going to go out of the backfield. It's Bijan. I probably should have waited a little bit longer for Bijan to get more open. That wasn't really the greatest decision, but it's 3rd and 1. We're going to hand this to Bijan, and he's going to get great blocks, and he's going to go up the middle of the field and get to the 22-yard line. Good job, Bijan Robinson. And maybe we hit an escape route with Devontae to the corner. That's a possibility. No, it's not. Not anymore. Incomplete. I had to throw that ball way sooner than I wanted to. I needed those routes to develop a little bit, but they did not. That is for sure. Didn't have time to develop. Okay, Rams making some weird decisions. They're stacking on Mahan. They really think I'm going to go to him. That's crazy. I got a man open, but I got hit on the throw. Jonathan Young, the former 2-time Super Bowl champion, won his rookie season. Pretty impressive. Gets hit on the throw. I might be able to lace this to Freiermuth. Oh, that's not Freiermuth. That's Mahan. I saw a big white guy. I thought it was Freiermuth. That is Clayton Mahan. Big touchdown regardless of who caught it. And that is a good start to the game for the Desperados. The defense needs to step up. We allow field goal. I'll take that. I'd like to allow no points, but hey, whatever. Another touchdown for the boys, 14-3. We punted away. It's 2 minutes to go. Okay, no, not 2 minutes to go. It was 20 seconds ago. I can't read. 14-3. It's back and forth. They get another field goal here. Joe Burrow and the Rams offense. Can we put another touchdown in? Yes, we can. 21-6. We're feeling pretty confident. It's the 2-minute warning. 3rd down. You know what? We're going to jump in here with under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 21-6. We're feeling pretty confident we can get our first win of the season, even though we probably should have had it already. There's Freiermuth. That's not Clayton Mahan. That is Pat Freiermuth. Good throw there. Third. How did we already get to third? Oh, we must have been kneeling. That's what it was. I was going to say, how did we already get to 3rd down? We just got a 1st down. I'm going to target Lynn Lashley here. Quick little vertical route. There it is. Lynn Lashley touchdown. And we pile it on. That's what you get for stealing my player. I'm going to pile it on you. 28-6. We blow out the Rams in their place. Easy dubs. 4 touchdowns through the air for the young quarter. Well, yeah, I guess he's not young anymore. Jonathan Young. And Joe Burrow didn't really play that well. He didn't have any touchdowns. Couldn't lead the offense. He's washed. It's a new era, Joe Burrow. Give it up. But we get our first win of the season. That was much needed. We needed that super bad because the Niners might be back. They are 2-0 now on the season. They might be 3-0. Yes, they are. The past couple of years, the Niners have been kind of bad. They've been like a 3-win, 4-win, 5-win team. Past couple of seasons, they have not been very good. But now they might have turned it around. They might have figured it out. So, negotiations. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jonathan Young wants over $300 million. Well, we have to pay him because I'm not going through that process of finding a new quarterback. We've already found one that works for us. So, a lot of these guys, there's Devontae Smith. A lot of these guys are going to have to leave, which means we're going to be losing so many talented players like Dante Jones and DeAndre. I don't want to lose DeAndre Wilbon. If I can bring these 2 guys back, that would be perfect. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, though. That's the problem. I should have just signed him to a new... I knew this was going to happen. I wanted a couple of seasons ago to sign Jonathan Young while he was still on his rookie deal, while he was still declining his 5th-year player option, but we just didn't have the money at the time to do so. And I knew this was going to come back to bite me, and it has. It has now officially come back to bite me because we are in a heap of trouble. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. We win against the Patriots. That's nice to see. Now we play the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully we can get the job done against them as well, and then we'll jump in against the Rams again. No, we lose 38-28. Man, I don't know what's going on with us. We're a good team. I feel like we should be as good as we were last year, but we're just like losing games we probably shouldn't. But now we play the Rams again. Once we get back from this game, we'll probably have to make our decisions on restructuring some contracts to free up the money to get Jonathan Young a new contract, because that's going to be a tough one. But I also want Wilbon back, so I don't know how we're going to do it, but let's not focus about that right now. Let's focus on beating the Rams a second time and proving that Micah Parsons made the wrong decision. We're back at home against the LA Rams, and we are put into a box here, backed into a corner. Our own 5-yard line against the Rams to start this game. Not good, but that's good blocking. Bijan needs to make a man miss. Maybe I juked a little too early. I don't know. I never know how to juke against people. It's okay. We got a huge gain, though. That gets us out of the shadow of our own end zone, at least. And they are bringing a lot of pressure. My God, that is crazy. They brought so much pressure right there. Jonathan Young barely got that ball away. Devontae Smith was wide open, too. He might have been able to take that to the house. But it seems like they are angry at us for beating them earlier in the season, a couple weeks ago. Because they are, oh my God, they're bringing even more pressure now. Can I fit this in? That's a tough throw. And Fryerman's able to hold on and catch. Good adjustment to the ball, turning his body, flipping the hips, and getting that ball. 1st and 10 from the 39. We motion Lynn Lashley a little closer because he's our target receiver, and Jonathan Young way overthrows that route. What is it with those routes that quarterbacks that I have never really hit them? That happens in the WOJFL with Bradson Darn a bunch. Not really sure why. Maybe I'm leading the ball the wrong way. That's Lynn Lashley, and that's an accurate ball. He went up and got that one. Good job by Lynn Lashley. 1st and 10 on the 39. The ball is to Bijan, and he's got a first down and more. Bijan Robinson. Probably looking to grab himself another Offensive Player of the Year. Now we're not going to be able to win Defensive Player of the Year because we don't have Micah Parsons anymore. He was always winning Defensive Player of the Year. I got to get that ball away quickly. Oh, he made a man miss finally! Yay! I finally made a man miss on the juke. That makes me happy. I never make anybody miss. Good job, Bijan. And then I'm going to fire that in. Oh, that's an inaccurate ball. What are you doing, Jonathan Young? You had him so open. It's an interception by Devon Spellman. Oh, we got to see an instant replay of this. No. We got to see an instant replay of this. My man, Lynn Lashley, was so open. This ball is ungodly inaccurate. Look how much space is right here. This is where I wanted to throw this football. But this ball just, he's leading him way too much over here. You just need to put this right on him, and that's an easy touchdown. But, oh, Jonathan Young. I know you're a veteran now at this point. You've been around. You won a couple championships, but you got to throw a better ball than that. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But we move. We'll let the CPU handle some things. Burrow and the offense can't do anything. We score a touchdown on the next drive. That's nice to see. Can we hold the defense? No, we cannot. 7-7. Burrow's starting to fire back. Maybe he can still run an offense. 14-10, we kick a field goal. Second half action now. We are scoring a touchdown. 17-14, beautifully done. Late third quarter, they score touchdowns 21-17. This Rams offense is a lot better than they were in the first game. 24-21, we scored a touchdown. We have the ball again, but they have the ball again. What happened there? Must have been another turnover or something. They only kicked a field goal. We can win this game. Come on, boys. Kick a field goal. We missed it. It looked like did we miss the field goal? Something happened there. We're into overtime against the Rams in regular season. I think it's first score wins in regular season overtime, right? And it is. First score wins, the Rams score, and they take the victory over us. That's unbelievable. 400 yards and 3 touchdowns for Jonathan Young. Did he throw multiple interceptions? He threw another one, so that must have been that quick change possession. Oh, that's brutal. Losing to the Rams in overtime. We should not have even gotten overtime against the Rams, but that's a tough one to lose. That is for sure. That is a tough one to lose. So we split against the LA Rams. And that's 2 straight losses. Come on, boys. Let's figure it out. We are not that bad of a football team. We should be we didn't really change anything. Offense is basically the same. Ooh, a breakout wide receiver. I'm disappointed, Coach. I had one of the best games of the season last week and we lost. Is this going to be Lynn Lashley or Mahan or something? It's Lynn Lashley. Oh, he's going to go from superstar to X Factor. That's going to be impossible. There's no way it's going to happen against the Panthers. The Panthers are bad. They're as bad as us. They've got a 2-4 record. But there's no way it's going to happen. It's almost a guarantee that it's not going to happen. They might as well not even have given me the breakout scenario. Why get my hopes up? Yeah, we won 30-27, but that does not mean we got the thing. Yeah, he didn't get it. I could have bet my entire soul that he was not going to get that. That just doesn't happen in Madden. It's like a 1 in 1,000% chance that it's going to happen. We've gotten to week 9. We only have 2 games left to go in this simulation. We get a few big-time upgrades for Freiermuth, for DeMarcus Smith. Cowboys and Niners. The Niners are leading the division, right? Yeah, they're 5-3. We are at the bottom of the division. This is just wild. Absolutely wild. Let's beat the Cowboys, please. There we go. 17-6. We beat the Cowboys. We now play the 6-3 49ers. The job done against the 49ers? I hope so. This would help us out. It's a big W. And it happens. That's a huge W. That puts us to 5-4. This is a good division this year, it looks like. All teams are winning a lot of games. All the teams are winning a lot of games so far. But that's going to do it for the simulation. The last thing that I want to do before we end the episode is go to the salaries and start restructuring some contracts. Oh, but this is the worst part. Devontae Smith is actually our most expensive player. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. All right, let's restructure Chamberlain's contract. Let's restructure Lynn Lashley's contract. Bijan's contract. Harold Lucas. We can't do Jonathan Young, obviously. He's getting paid $70 million because I franchise tagged him. That's right. I forgot about that. Or did I franchise tag him? Or how does he getting paid $70 million? I don't remember. DeMarcus Smith will restructure his. Unfortunately, a lot of our guys aren't getting paid that much, so the restructuring is not going to really help us that much. It's not going to free up enough money, I wouldn't think. Freiermuth we can't do. Booth we can. And Herrera we probably can. And then we'll probably do McClellan. Was that McClellan up there? How are we paying a 5th-string wide receiver this much money? Britton we can do. I just don't want to get too carried away because then we're going to have negative money later on, and I don't want that to happen. Norman Hunter. Okay, let's leave it there. How much does that free up? We had like 4.5 million or something when we looked at it the first time. So what do we have now? We have 162 million. And now Jonathan Young doesn't want to be here? Didn't he want to be here a little bit? Oh, because we're an underdog. That's why he doesn't want to be here. Because we've lost a bunch of games. Well, we can't have that. We can't have that. We need to sign him. Luckily, Wilbon wants to be here. It looks like we'll be able to get, because we'll have remaining cap, we'll have around 110 million, I would think. So we'll keep Jonathan Young, and it looks like we'll be able to get DeAndre Wilbon back too, and hopefully Dante Jones. If we can get these 3 guys back, I'll be happy. I would like to bring Dante Stackhouse back as well, and probably Sean Washington. So everybody up until Devontae Smith I want to bring back. It's just going to be a battle between if I'm going to have the money to do so or not. But we'll save that for the cliffhanger, and we'll keep that for the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We saw Micah Parsons in his new threads. It looked pretty gross. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.